Hello friends, and welcome back to the Mothership. Today we are smoking up these absolutely beautiful looking Moink Balls. Let's get started. Now the first step in this process, guys, we need to think about our bacon. I have here some of the best bacon on planet Earth. Comes from the Red and White in Leeper, Pennsylvania. If you're up that way, go there and get their bacon. It's the best. It is very thick cut bacon. That's fine for this. But what we want to do, and if you ever try to do anything smoked wrapped in bacon, you're going to know the problem, which is bacon is notoriously difficult to get cooked to the temperature and the crispiness that you want with whatever it is you're wrapping. I always have trouble with it. I always have. So the trick that I'm going to employ here is we are going to cook our bacon about halfway first. So I'm going to use the parchment paper method, which is actually a great way to cook bacon. I'm putting a baking tray here wrapped in parchment paper, and it's going to go in my oven at 400 degrees, and I want to cook it about halfway through. So for this exercise, that'll probably be about 12 minutes or so on 400 degrees. So we are going to get it partially cooked. Still, it's not going to be crispy yet. It's going to be still soft, but it's going to be halfway on the way. And then we will move forward with getting our meatballs all set up. We'll be back in a second. Now for our meatballs, guys, you could absolutely just go to the store, buy some frozen pre-made meatballs. A lot of people do that. It's the easiest way if you're doing a ton for a party. But we're not going to half-ass it here. So this is a pound of ground beef. In this case, this is brisket, which if you're using any ground beef, I would pick the brisket because it'll allow you to cook it low and slow and a little bit higher temperature internal than, let's say, like a 90-10 or even an 80-20. Now we want this beef to be very barbecuey, so we are going to use a tablespoon of my multi-purpose barbecue rub. Entire recipe down below somewhere. That is my oven telling me it's time to put the bacon in. It's very easy to make. You have all the ingredients at home. It's a really good multi-purpose barbecue seasoning. I'm not charging you for it or anything. Full recipe down below. We're going to go with a tablespoon of that. And since I don't salt any of my rubs, we're going to add some kosher salt here. Anywhere between a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of kosher salt is what we're looking for. I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of Worcestershire Sauce, because I think that always brings meatballs together. And then this next part is about adding breadcrumbs and adding in milk. Now, actually before I even do that, the seasoning has onion and garlic in there. If you want a little more onion, add some more onion powder or even fresh onions if you want. Garlic powder, if you want actual garlic, you can do that as well, but I think this will be just fine for what we're doing. I don't want it to be like your standard Italian meatball or meatball sub meatball. I want this to be mostly beef. That's why we got the moo and the moink, huh? So what we want to do though is get some breadcrumbs in there to give it a little bit more fluffy mixture. And then the milk is going to help it come back together because all that bread is going to make it very, very dense. So we want to fluff it up a little bit. So I'm going to start with about a quarter cup of breadcrumbs. Quarter cup to a half a cup, somewhere in there. And then a little bit less than a third of a cup, excuse me, of milk. And we want to get in there and see what the consistency is like once we mix it all together. If it's too moist, more breadcrumbs. If it's too dry, more milk. It's very simple. Now this is definitely on the more moist side, so we're gonna need a bunch more breadcrumbs, I can already tell. Now our goal here is we want them to form and then stay formed. We don't want them to start cracking instantly. And that looks pretty good to me. These are definitely gonna be dense little balls of meat, but that's fine, that's what we're looking for. We're gonna wrap them in bacon, it's gonna be delicious. Now as far as sizing, I'm looking for about 1.5 inches-ish, something like that. That looks good to me. And I'm just gonna put them onto a cutting board right here while we wait for our bacon to do its thing, and then we can come back and wrap these. Okie dokie, bacon is about halfway done. Got a whole bunch of toothpicks here. What I'm going to do is actually you should definitely let the bacon cool off just a little bit for him. It's still very hot, but yeah, you don't want it super duper hot. Here is a strip of bacon. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wrap this sucker in it. Now I am probably going to cut all of these in half. I just wanted to see how far I could get around, but I think looking at that, about half a piece of bacon is all I need. So cut all those in half, but we're gonna coat it down there, and then we're just gonna stick a toothpick right through there. And as you can see, that is a nice little bacon wrapped meatball. Now you could put these directly on your smoker. You could put them under a wire rack. I'm putting them onto this slotted pan here. That just makes transporting everything a lot easier. But we know what the goal is here. We're just going to wrap all these up, move on to the next step. This is a decent point to get your smoker up and running. I am going to be running mine at 275 degrees, so it's coming up to temperature now. These are all beautiful and wrapped up. Now you don't have to do this, but I have a whole bunch of this seasoning, so you know what? Let's just hit it with a little bit more, get a little more flavor. We are going to obviously put some barbecue sauce on these, but why not just hit them with a little bit more of that good old seasoning? Perfect. Now, like I said, 275, get the smoker up and running. We're gonna go outside and put these on. And we are smoking. Have them on the top shelf. I'm trying to get as much smoke on there as possible, but I also want them to crisp. So 275. Now my goal is just get it to the bacon is crispy, or just about that point of crispy. And then we're gonna baste it with barbecue sauce. That could take anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. Obviously the longer means more smoke, which is not a bad thing. So let's let it do its thing. And we'll come back when it's time to actually get some barbecue sauce on there. All right, these are crisping up nicely, which means we've been doing this for about an hour and a half or so, and it's time to baste these suckers down, guys. I'm just gonna get some barbecue sauce on these, get more flavor. That's what we're looking for. Get it on the bacon, get it on everything. I'm gonna do this 1 or 2 times, and then I'll be ready to go. I'm not gonna go overboard here, because people can always dip barbecue sauce. Dip these suckers in barbecue sauce, excuse me. But I do want to get some flavor on here. I want to caramelize just a little bit. So 1 or 2 times, and we'll get them inside, let them cool off a little bit, and we'll see just how we did. Now, as far as barbecue sauce, I'm just using my UFOBBQ standard barbecue sauce, my favorite barbecue sauce. You could go for the sweeter one, but I'm just going with the standard barbecue sauce here. And we'll go back inside soon. Next time I see you, we'll give it the old-fashioned chomp. Now, if you guys are unsure what a moink ball is, well, it's basically just a meatball wrapped in bacon. Moo being the meatball, oink being the bacon, moink ball. Pretty simple. These are a mainstay of backyard barbecues. This is what we call the perfect appetizer for your smoker. Doesn't take a lot of work to get done. You can use just a frozen store-bought meatball. You can wrap it in the cheapest bacon you'd find. Throw it together, put some seasoning on there, barbecue sauce, and it's perfect. For us, we went a little bit further. We got really good bacon. We got great beef. We made our own meatballs, put our own homemade seasoning on there. And I mean, there's nothing about that that doesn't look good. It looks fantastic. As far as the bacon goes, I always have trouble wrapping things in bacon and smoking them because your bacon either comes out overdone or underdone in comparison to whatever you're wrapping it in. And in general, I just avoid it usually. There's a lot of recipes out there where people do bacon wrap X, Y, or Z, and I just tend to not do them. But in general, the trick for most of it is to cook your bacon slightly ahead. So what we did here is we put it on parchment paper, which is my favorite way to do bacon. Oven at 400 degrees, toss your bacon on. It usually takes about 10 to 20 minutes to do a nice set of bacon. We did about halfway, which meant that it's still pliable, but it's already started to lose some of that moisture. So when you wrap it up and throw it back on, it's ready to just get to the finish line. And we don't have to overcook our beef by making sure our bacon is trying to get crispy. But on the other side here, we have this beautiful looking little meatball. And I apologize because the puppy is squeaking on a chew toy, but she is 12 weeks old, so is what it is. And we have this beautiful looking meatball with some barbecue sauce, our own homemade rub. But I think the proof is going to be in the pudding, guys. So let's pull out this toothpick and see how we did. It's probably gonna be really hot. That is fantastic. It's just a lot of meat. It's delicious. It's got really good barbecue flavor to it. Meatballs smell great. Everything is smoky. The bacon is fantastic. The barbecue sauce is nice and sweet, but not overly sweet. You can definitely taste that rub in there. And then the beef is just, I mean, it's brisket. What's not to love? Still juicy. If you're using like a, I don't know, store-bought, just chuck, you know, like an 80 or I wouldn't go anything above 85. But like an 80 would do just fine. Whoop, drop this sucker. But I want to eat the rest of this, but it is fantastic on a cocktail little toothpick here. I think if you just serve this with some extra barbecue sauce for dipping, everybody's going to love this. There are different variants you could do. People like to put cheese in them. I usually don't do that. People like to put jalapenos on top. If you're into that kind of stuff, that would be fantastic. But I'd love to hear from you guys down below. Do you do Moink Balls? Do you do any variation to this? Do you just buy store-bought frozen meatballs, wrap them up, throw them on your smoker, or do you go all the way and do your own thing? Love to hear what your variations are down below. Most importantly, though, get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic, and I'll catch you on the next UFO barbecue. Bye-bye.